gentlemen, my guest tonight is the senior senator from California. Please welcome to The Late Show, Senator Alex Padilla. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Thanks for being on.
Thanks for having me on.
It has been, about 2 months since you were detained at one of Kristi Noem's press conferences. You were, Homeland Security detained you at the press conference. I think we know. And
it's just going straight there, isn't it?
Exactly. Well, so I'm just curious. Can you recount for me what happened that day?
Yeah, I mean, well, I think the whole world by now has seen the video of what happened.
Actually, let's show them again. Let's show this clip.
Exaggerate and embellishing. Sir, hands up. I'm Senator Alex Padilla. I have questions for the secretary because the fact of the matter is a half a dozen violent criminals that you're rotating on your
I also want to
hands off.
How many of our ICE agents have been docked?
On the ground. Hands behind your back. Hands behind your back.
If you let my hands go, I friend behind my back.
All right, cool. One hand, lay flat, lay flat.
Other hand, sir. Other hand.
There's no recording loud out here.
I want to point out, it took 3 guys to take you down. Okay? There's points right there. What was going through your mind as that was happening? You're identifying yourself as a senator.
Identify myself saying, look, I have a question. The whole reason I was there, Stephen, is, look, I'm a senator. I have oversight responsibility. I had questions, hoping for more information. And everybody saw what happened when I tried to ask a question. But as I've been saying every day since that press conference, look, what happened to me, but it's not about me. Like, think about what this administration is doing to so many people across the country, but especially in California right now, with the obsession they have on this mass deportation agenda, when the reality is, and we know this from ICE statistics, the vast majority of people being arrested, being detained, being deported, are the same people that so many families trust to care for our children, trust to care for aging parents. You know, they're the people who are preparing and serving meals in restaurants, that are picking the fruit and vegetables and packaging the meat in factories that, you know, we depend on to put food on the table at home. And when the whole public sees the father of 3 United States Marines being abused and detained, when the country learns about not just, legal residents and even United States citizens being caught up in these roundups, and when a farm worker falls to his death during an ICE raid, this administration has gone too far, and I spoke up that day, I'll continue to speak up, and I'm going to continue to speak up until it comes around.
Well, JD Vance talked about this, and he called you José Padilla, for one thing. Do you think he knows your name? I mean, he used to be the president. He is the president of the Senate, and you're a senator. Don't you think that's the least he could do?
Look, he's the president of the United States Senate today, as by way of being vice president. He served in the Senate for 2 years. We overlapped. He knows my name. But if he wants to try to, mock and attack by calling me Jose, I'll tell you this. I'm proud to be a Jose, because this administration will use the term Jose and Maria to try to villainize immigrants, and it's wrong. So to all the Jose's and Marias out there who are contributing to the economy and working hard, building communities, we're going to continue to stand up and rise up.
Now, can you give us... We saw that the president, through the person of Hegseth, the Secretary of the Defense, send in National Guard and Marines into Los Angeles What's going on there now? Are most of the troops have gone at this point?
At this point, most of the Marines have finally been withdrawn. They shouldn't have been there in the first place. Not only was it not helpful, it was actually counterproductive. But of course, Donald Trump just wants the spectacle. He's trying to escalate tensions whenever he can.
Conflict would be a good thing because it would make it look like the troops were necessary.
His wannabe tough guy persona, right? Most of the National Guard troops are gone. But that being said, look, the fear is still there. The terror is still there. It's palpable. I don't just hear it from constituents. I hear it from friends. I hear it from family, because the reality is this about their mass deportation operation. They'd like to talk about targeting violent, criminals. When you're going to workplaces to round up immigrants, it's not because they're not working. If they're coming through IRS data to try to find where immigrants are, it's not about immigrants not paying taxes. When they're going to courthouses to entrap immigrants who are showing up to their court hearings, it's not that they're not doing it, the right way. And all this because of the demands of a guy with 34 felony convictions. It's clearly not about the rule of law.
We have to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more. Senator Alex Padilla, everybody, stick around.